another episode of Top Line Reviews. Today I'll be talking about this 2020 BMW 330i xDrive. BMW came with this version in 2019, and this will likely continue for a few more years. This car has 255 horsepower, which is 7 more than its previous model, and it's given a fresh look outside and inside. The biggest improvement I have to say is in the infotainment system, which has been improved in many ways. Okay, let's take a quick walk around the car, see how it looks like. Feels like a compact car. Doesn't feel like a very big car, but it is supposed to be a little bit bigger than the older version. It's also, I think, a couple of inches higher than the older version, which makes it more practical. But the older version, I think, looked a little bit more sporty than this one. Here's the front end for you guys. Looks pretty nice. The lights maybe aren't as good as the older version, but this is still pretty good. You got 19-inch rims with this, and if you look closer, it says BMW individual on them. I don't know what that means. If you guys know what that means, please let me know in the comments. You get some chrome around the windows. Some people like that, some people don't. Doesn't look too bad on this car, I guess. And also you get dual exhaust. You get parking sensors in the front and in the back. So while we're at the back, let's open up the trunk. Before I do that, I do want to mention that the rear lights are better than the older one. They look a little better. That's one of the things over the years BMW has had, I think, trouble making like good looking rear lights. So I think on this version they got it right. So here's the remote, and to open it you just hold this. It's a pretty big trunk here actually. It's nice and flat. You also get these compartments on the side, so if you're driving fast and taking fast turns, you can put your one grocery bag here and one grocery bag on this side. The divider can be lowered as it is on this side. It goes up if you like. Alright, let's go check out the back seat now. So you can unlock all the doors from just holding it here, which it should. There you go. But you can't lock them. Like, you can only lock it from the driver's door. So I really like the color of this interior. If you're thinking about getting this, get it in this color inside. It's a little bit more expensive for this color. It's leather too, so I'm just paying for the color. Right. So I'm inside. As you can see, there is enough leg room here, and you get climate control. You also get heated seats, and you actually get 2 USB-C chargers. So that's a little bit advanced. Alright, let's go check out the front now. So like I was saying before, you can unlock this car from all the doors just by holding it here. But if you want to lock it, only the driver's door gets this button to lock it. So before we get inside, I want to show you the controls for the chair. Some of the controls are on the door. So if you want to set the position, it's right here. Also the trunk release button is right there on the door, which is kind of odd. Usually it's down there or up there beside the front hood opener, but on this car they put it right there. You also got a cup holder, just sort of tilted, so which makes it easier to, I guess, get it in and out. All right, let's get inside. So here's what the driver's display looks before you even start it up. The interior, I have to say, looks very nice. The color, the overall design, the lines, they all look very good. There's nice stitching on the chairs, on the seats I mean, also on the doors. This is nice. It looks very nice. The only thing they could have done better is this material up here. You know, this is the kind of material you expect in, you know, cars half the price as this. So let's start it up. To start it up, you just push the brakes and push that. This is the base model, and the screen is a little small. You know, to get the good screen you have to pay a lot more. The driver's display is a digital display, but only the center part really is, you know, configurable and changeable. The RPM and the speedometer doesn't really change much. So right now I'm in comfort mode. So to get into sports mode, you push it there, and I'll show you that nothing really changes. Now I think this is where they lacked a bit. Like, you already put in a, you know, digital display. It doesn't really cost you much to, you know, do things like that to make it look like a red or, you know, a little bit sporty. Let's move on to the infotainment system. So the big improvement they made here compared to the old model is that it's touchscreen. You can see that. You can also still control it from down here. So in the old model, they had this, you know, home screen where you can, you know, you could see media and all that. You know, it looked very nice. Here, the menu is just like right here, which isn't, you know, as, I guess, easy, or maybe it's quicker, but it doesn't look as good. Also, you get two cup holders here, which are, you got a USB charger port, but this is the old style USB, not the USB-C. And you also get a station for wireless charging for your phone. One thing you'll notice on a lot of these German cars is this thing right here, which you can extend if you have longer legs, I guess. But I noticed that when you sit on these chairs, that, you know, you can always feel this divider, you know, and if you're on long trips, that can get annoying and not as comfortable as if you're just, you know, like a normal chair. I've noticed in some cars that the higher end cars, there is something down here that sort of goes up like that, like a recliner. I think if they did that, that would be a lot better. The seats are heated, I mean. So that's pretty standard, I guess. The rear ones are heated as well. You got a pretty large sunroof, actually. Let's open that up. So yeah, sun coming in, very bright day today. It only tilts up, doesn't really, you know, doesn't really go back. So let's see how this car sounds like. Let's see if you can hear it. So right now I'm in sport. I'm gonna press the gas. So this is a 4-cylinder engine after all, but still you can hear it. It's, you know, if you want something sporty, you're gonna have to get the 340i. This has 255 horsepower. That one has, I think, 368, which they made a big improvement this year on. Let's go to the comfort mode, see how that sounds. I don't know if you guys can hear a difference, but to me it looks sounds about the same. Let's see how the Eco Pro menu looks like. I'm just gonna press that and see if there's any change. No, there's no change. I think this just this line down here, that changes the color. That's really disappointing. That they should have done more with the display. I want to show you something else over here in the center console. If you go to car, and if you go to, let's see, vehicle, driving information, yes, and here is the sports display here. So not a lot of flashy colors, but you do get a lot of information. You get G in the middle, you got PSI, I'm not sure what that is. That might maybe the tires, the PSI, and then you got oil temperature, and then you got horsepower on the bottom right. The climate control is right in the middle. Is a small digital display that shows temperature, and I guess that's the fan speed. It seems like you only get one fan speed for both sides. Like you can have a different fan speed for the passenger and a different one for the driver. Let's go to home mode and let's put the car in reverse. So that's what the camera looks like, and you're not seeing. So over here on the right you see the sensors for the front and the back. So I think that's about it for this car. It's a pretty good car. It looks good. It's more economical. I mean, more practical than the older version. It's also more roomy in here. Like they made it bigger, but on the outside it doesn't look bigger, but in the inside it definitely feels bigger. So hope you guys enjoyed the review, and remember to give me a like and also hit subscribe. Thank you.